Moving to Philly suburbs, these are 5 things that you should know. Hello folks, this is Bela Vora. I'm a realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty. I have lived in the suburban Philadelphia area for about 25 years and I'd like to introduce you to my city and my area and encourage you to come visit and come stay. So giving you a lay of the land here, where is Philadelphia? It is at the southeast corner of the state. So that's my first point here. We are at the border of New Jersey and Delaware. So gives you a sort of an orientation of where we are. We were about 2.5 hours from New York City, 2.5 hours from Washington, D.C. Jersey Shore is where the closest beaches are, which is only 2 hours away from our area. And the north, the Poconos Mountains are about 2 hours away as well. So the suburban Philly region is a great place to be, raise a family and enjoy urban and suburbia and rural living as well. So in terms of the orientation, you see Philadelphia and that arc that forms, which is the suburbs of Philly. The Delaware River separates New Jersey from Philadelphia, and that dotted line separates the state of Delaware from Pennsylvania. The next thing that I would want to talk about is the counties, because we often refer to the area as Chester County, Montgomery County, Bucks County, and that confuses people sometimes. So if you look at the arc, the tiny one down there is Delaware County, not to be mistaken as the state of Delaware. That's something else. That's below the dotted line, and this is Delaware County. And then you have Chester County, which is a rather large county. I live in the northernmost tip of Chester County. And then you have Montgomery County, and a lot of people have heard of the King of Prussia, which is like, the famous mall on the East Coast. And then you have Bucks County, which is great for a New Jersey commute, if that's what you so desire. So that's our arc here. So you got acquainted with the counties. Again, not too complicated, but Chester is a city in Philadelphia, and Chester is also a county in Pennsylvania. So not to be confused there. The third thing you want to talk about is the highways, the major highways. Now, I know with COVID, these are not very important anymore because people are working from home. But anytime, real estate is location, location, location. And the value of your home matters based on how close you are to your commutes to Philadelphia, which is where, traditionally the office buildings are. So one major artery is the Turnpike, which is one of the biggest ones, 276, and the northeast extension is 476, which goes all the way down to meet 95, which is, the major artery in and out of our state, if you're heading, either way. Another major artery is 422, and, again, rush hour commutes on 422 used to be crazy. Things got eased up during COVID, and it's picking up again. 422 is another one which goes to the Collegeville, Phoenixville area. We have Route 30 here, which is the horizontal one, which runs parallel to the train lines. But those are one of the most populated and very desirable locations. The mainline suburbs were Bryn Mawr, Devon, Wayne, Berwyn, Ardmore, and, you move further west to Malvern, Paoli, and Exton, Downingtown, and all the way up to Thorndale. So these are the major arteries. You have Route 202, which goes down south to Delaware. So at any point in time, if you needed to commute, you had, options to jump onto these highways for a faster commute. The train lines, the regional rail, or SEPTA as it is called, is what I want to talk about next. The SEPTA R5 line to Thorndale runs parallel to Route 30. And, if you get on a train in Thorndale, you can be in Philly for your work within just, an hour to the 30th Street station. So these suburbs are great for office commutes where you need public transportation as well. There is talk about the SEPTA line coming all the way to Phoenixville as well. We are all very excited. Phoenixville is another growing city, and that train line will help. And the last thing, last thing that we talk about is schools. A lot of times schools are very important in terms of the home values as well. And here's a map of Chester County, and it's broken up by its school districts. So as you can tell, these are very jagged lines, and they're very weird. They are not your typical borders. So you could be in a town called Exton, but you could be in the Great Valley schools, you could be in Westchester schools, or you could be in Downingtown schools. Or you could be have a Downingtown address and be in Coatesville schools, or vice versa. So, school districts, counties, major arteries, getting your bearings on Philly and the mainline suburbs and the, outer suburbs. Hope this was helpful. If you're moving to Philly, give me a call. I'm happy to orient you. Thank you.